Want to explore it, nothing too serious. Forget the world for a minute, before we know it, the future's the past. Seize the moment while we're in it, hold on to each other as long as it lasts. I don't care about forever, 'cause sometimes forever is over so fast. Hush, hush, baby, come in here with me. I want for you to go. No need to worry, there is nobody.
It's the 2K Sports Pregame Show.
NBA regular season opener for a couple of teams. Thank you all for tuning in. So happy you're here. I'm ecstatic that you're here.
I miss you too, Ernie.
And I'm really happy that Kenny and Shaq are here too.
I miss you too, Ernie.
Yeah, me too. Tonight, it'll be the Cleveland Cavaliers going up against the Miami Heat at American Airlines Arena. For Miami, this is a team they played pretty well against last season, going 3-1. They'll look to keep that edge tonight. After a brisk offseason, it's finally upon us, fellas.
What's that?
Opening night.
Oh, tonight's opening night?
Hey,
oh, those are preseason games.
Shaq, your thoughts on how important it is for a team to get off to a fast start?
Well, early wins gives you confidence.
Oh, do they ever?
Makes you more intimidating to play against.
Oh, does it ever?
I'm so excited. I miss you guys this summer.
Oh, I know. What
I'm
have you been doing?
happy to be here. I went to China about 59 times.
Yeah.
I went to Cancun 72 times.
Uh-huh.
And I went to the North Pole twice.
Oh, wow.
Wow, how's
so
that?
a pretty uneventful summer for you.
It was bad. I was looking for Santa. I couldn't find him.
Okay, well, you're not supposed to. The fans, the local media, everyone is excited. And I just am excited to be here, start of the season, and you don't want to start slow. You don't want to have any rough patches early on.
What'd you do this summer?
I went fishing.
Did you really?
Yes, I did.
Catch anything?
Fishing. Yes, I did. I went to Dubai and went deep sea fishing.
Wow, awesome. So you were traveling all over the place? You go deep sea fishing?
What'd you do?
I cut the grass. It's awesome. Well, that wraps it up. Let's go courtside.
With David Aldridge on our sideline, and here with me, Greg Anthony and Steve Smith. This is Kevin Harlan. We'll see the Miami Heat defending home turf in the Eastern Conference. And David Aldridge is standing by for our pregame report. David, good evening.
Well, Kevin, Tristan Thompson is one of the elite offensive rebounders in the league. He said, for me, it's always see ball, get ball, and just bring the energy. And be that guy that when I check in, guys on the other team are like, oh, no, he's here tonight? That's my mentality. Kevin?
Thanks, D.A. And clearly Thompson knows his role on this team. Got to admire how hard he goes on the glass. And as the NBA season gets going, some teams look good on paper, but it doesn't always add up. And as a player, Steve, how do you know that your team has a shot to be special? What are the signs that tell you that?
I think training camp, I think the focus, I think you can just feel that chemistry. And a lot of times you've been on teams where you say, it looks good on paper, but it's not going to work well because skill-wise, general managers think it's going to work. But I think personality, sometimes they just clash.
And you can't have that. Winning teams may have a little bit of tension, but overall they're on the same page.
You got to be on the same page to win it all.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. So on the floor for Cleveland, Smith is the 2 with LeBron at the 3. Inside we got the tenacious Love and Thompson. And it's Thomas in at the point guard. James misses.
Woo, you know that's one he liked to have back. Point blank range, and he missed it.
Dragic the pass to Winslow. That's in coming off an assist from Dragic. Winslow's got his first bucket in this one.
The beauty of the teardrop, very difficult to really contest.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
The Heat have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Dragic against Thomas. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. About a minute played so far here in the first. And here's Love from the arc. He can't get that one to fall. And Miami the other way now.
Yeah, 2 conference rivals. I mean, they'll play each other a total of 4 times this season.
So you know each game they play will hold a lot of importance to both teams. These are the fundamentals we're always talking about. Excellent bounce pass.
Here's James. Here's Thompson. And there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. Thompson's got his second basket of the night. And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. It's stolen by Smith. Drops in the breakaway layup.
Whether shooting a jump shot or heading to the rack, JR can be a tough matchup in transition.
And the replay is courtesy of Under Armour. Unleash chaos. It was a great sequence from the steal all the way to the finish at the other end. Now here's Dragic. Waiters gets a wide open look. Off target with his 3.
And that's the shot he wants. Just a little bit out of rhythm.
Fires from 14. And again, it's Cleveland.
You know you got to play LeBron for the drive. Those mid-range shots, you almost have to live with it.
Dragic kicks to Johnson. Here's Whiteside. That's in, coming off an assist from Johnson. Whiteside's got 6 points.
And where's the help? Obviously, a missed rotation, something they're going to want to patch up.
Only the first quarter. Guys are getting in a groove, but communication on the defense has to be better.
Now Winslow, following the miss by J.R. Smith from deep.
Oh, a good open look, and he sprays it home from 3.
LeBron with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. Took him no time at all on that one. James has got his second bucket of the game to go.
And in this case, it doesn't matter how good the defense is. LeBron's offense is just that much better.
This is to Whiteside. And another basket for Miami.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
And Greg, you hear about the competitive culture that this Miami Heat franchise has.
Yeah, and that doesn't always work for some teams, but it works for the Heat. This group will push each other all the time to be the best they can be. The practices have a feel of game-level intensity.
Stolen by Waiters. Here's Dragic from outside. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Got that one up quick. And that's now 6 points for LeBron.
Early in this quarter, he's been aggressive and selective with his shots. Tremendous efficiency.
And it's slammed in by Whiteside.
The execution on point. Just terrific timing on these passes.
You know what? Controlling the pace, being patient, great vision. We're seeing it all tonight.
And here we go. Fast break. Love's got it. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops.
Able to score on all 3 levels, inside, outside, mid-range. Kevin Love, one of the most versatile offensive threats in this league.
Now here's Waiters. Looking for his first basket still in this one.
And for Cleveland, repeat or no repeat, just having that first title still resonates. A city no longer defined by sports futility.
No good on the free throw. You know, Steve, many felt that it was fitting that the Cavaliers came back in the 2016 finals from a 3-1 series deficit to win it all. If you're going to finally break through, it would have to be against all odds to make something like that happen.
Yeah, so true. And the actual ring the team got after that comeback has a story to it. 3 white diamonds and 4 red garnets, showing the sequence of wins and losses. It reflects determination and the end of a curse.
Buries it from 3-point range. James has got 9.
What you put out is what you get back. LeBron sets up so many teammates on the catch and shoot. That time, the favor is returned.
Olynyk, he's checked in for James Johnson. And then for Cleveland, Crowder, he's checked in for Thompson. Korver comes in for J.R. Smith. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Thomas. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
Yeah, just a sloppy start. He has got to do a better job of valuing the possessions.
And the Heat making a change here. Richardson's checked in. Here's Love. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Love's got his second bucket tonight.
Good job of closing the gap. Good defense, but better offense by Kevin Love.
And count it, and a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Strong move at the rim. Overpowers the smaller defender.
And the Heat with some changes. Okaro White is checked in for Winslow. And it's Tyler Johnson in for Goran Dragic. A switch here also for Cleveland. Shumpert's checked in. And that one drops. Crowder's got his first points of the game.
And no doubt both teams competing at a high level, but the consistency has been lacking here. Another lead change.
I like to fight in these clubs. Neither side willing to give an inch. We'll see how it turns out.
And the basket by Olynyk.
And listen, if you're 7 foot and can shoot threes, there's a place for you in today's NBA. Olynyk has that rare combination.
You talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes.
Adebayo is checked in for Miami. Knocks it loose. Crowder with the steal. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
When your defense translates into offense, it's a beautiful thing.
And here are the Heat now, following the score by Cleveland. Crowder with the steal. And now Crowder running the floor all by himself. Rose, good.
And a lot of scoring here early on. This is the type of game the fans love to see.
I love it. Really, both teams running plays that fit the personnel, going back and forth.
Right a screen. Richardson dishes to Johnson. Nailed from three-point land.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
And Kevin Love, the bucket with the assist from Crowder. 6 points for Love.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And Kevin Love has feasted on the open looks he gets in Cleveland. He's become a high-volume three-point shooter.
Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession. With this break, we have a chance to break down where the assist has been coming from tonight between the front and back court for the Heat.
And their big men have taken an active role here as far as distribution is concerned. When you can see over the defense, a lot of times you have an angle to create a pass that might not be there for a smaller man.
The Cavaliers leading by 4. Here's Shumpert. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got his 3rd assist on the night.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
That's tipped. There's the dish to Richardson. And the Heat, another 3.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Korver, no luck.
And that's the look this offense is designed to produce.
Always frustrating when you do everything right, yet you just can't complete the play.
And, you know, doesn't matter where you line him up. Tyler Johnson has become a playmaker. You know, had to work his way into the NBA, but he has quickly established himself. Great threat off the bench who brings instant scoring and can be a catalyst for your offense.
Wayne Ellington's checked in for the Heat. Johnson kicks to White. And there's a whistle that goes on him on Shumpert. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
And not the guy you want to send to the line. He has been automatic.
And Greg with Johnson, it's that burst he plays with on the floor that makes him such an energizer.
Yeah, and for a player who isn't the biggest guard, you know, he attacks with reckless abandon. Great speed of play in the half court as well as transition. And he's really slippery and can step in if you overcommit. And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Shumpert against White, kicks it out to Johnson. Back to Olynyk, over Love, and it's Miami with another.
And really, the improvement as a finisher is noticeable for Kelly Olynyk.
Oh,
Okay.
And really, he epitomizes what a point guard should be. I mean, his skills as a passer might actually be matched by that creativity he shows around the rim.
Well, judging by that jam, Greg, I'd say you're absolutely right.
He also is one of the most skilled finishers in the league. Yet another spectacular play.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And now the Cavaliers. Fast break. And late in to finish the break. And the Cavaliers lead by 2.
Kyle Korver is dangerous in transition. He has a quick release.
And a good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. Cavaliers lead by 2. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. And forward James Johnson battled his way back into the league after some stints abroad. He talked about his approach to the game.
I play the game how it's supposed to be played. I play offense, I play defense, I rebound, steals, blocks. You know, I'm pretty much that guy who likes to work hard and don't want anybody to beat him out, you know, except the challenge.
That's exactly the kind of hard-nosed, old-school attitude that coaches just love.
Kevin, and so do his teammates. I mean, a guy like that brings out the best in everybody on that team. They just kind of feed off of his effort and desire.
And we got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter. And taking a look at the Cavaliers' performance here, what do you guys see?
Aggressive defense in that first period. They forced several miscues.
These guys have quick hands. You have to protect the ball around all of them.
Olynyk is out there with White. Then it's Johnson. Then there's Wayne Ellington. And it's Adebayo in at the center position. So that's who Miami starts the second with. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Miami's Eric Spoelstra is known for his focus and his devotion to work. How does he stay centered? Yoga. He said, I like it because you have to keep your eyes on your own mat. If you're not focused on the spot in front of you, you'll fall over. Kevin, that mindfulness translates across the board.
Mindfulness. That's an interesting way to look at things, D.A. Spo is a great communicator. Knows how to certainly get through to his team. Olynyk has the open look. A three-pointer is right on target. Olynyk's got his third basket of the night.
And they like him to be aggressive. And I think Olynyk has the talent to be a difference maker offensively.
And there's a whistle that goes on Iman Shumpert. That's foul number 2 for him. A different look for Miami. James Johnson's checked in for Kelly Olynyk. Dion Waiters comes in for White. And it's Dragic in for Tyler Johnson. Cleveland also making some changes. Smith comes in for Shumpert. And it's Isaiah Thomas in for Derrick Rose. Stolen by Thompson. For the finish. Oh!
No, he didn't. That's the thing about Thompson. Because he can run the floor, he gets looks in transition.
We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. And the Cavs over the last few seasons setting records when it comes to three-pointers made.
And really, they did a good job of surrounding LeBron with floor spacers. They doubled down on that when they got Channing Frye. And then when he and Kevin Love play together in the front court, the Cavs can bury you with their long-range shooting.
Dragic the pass to Waiters. And Crowder comes up to help. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Waiters.
And right there, a little miscommunication on that pass.
Whiteside's checked in for Miami. Justice Winslow comes in for Wayne Ellington. James checked in for the Cavaliers. Crowder kicks to Thomas. Over Winslow. Nice shot by James. James has got 11 points.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
And Waiters kicks to Winslow. Ball's knocked loose and stolen by James. Here's Smith, and then Smith with the jam.
Incredible anticipation by LeBron. Kickstarts the break.
Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. And Waiters kicks to Whiteside. Knocked loose. Back to Waiters. And Thompson sends it back. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. The Heat making a switch here. Magruder's checked in. Here's Dragic, looking for his first basket still in this one. Shot clock at 6. Lets it go with a 3. Good on that shot, and with that, the Cavalier lead is cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Magruder. Shoots over Winslow, and James with the basket on the assist by Thomas. Thomas got 4 assists now tonight.
Leaving the defense shell-shocked at this point. LeBron having one of his nights.
Johnson draws the double. Crowder with the steal. Goes up and finished off by LeBron.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Heat have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. They get a hand on it, and it's Dragic with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. James in the post, covered by Winslow. And LeBron James has openly stated very publicly, especially last year in the finals, he is chasing Michael Jordan. He wants to be the best ever.
And at this point, he might be top 2. Jordan with 6 titles. Hard to see LeBron surpassing that. But just to be in the conversation with the GOAT is an achievement in and of itself.
And LeBron James in 2014 took on the burden of leading a young Cavs team back to greatness. He changed the whole culture, showing them what it took to win it all.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. And Smitty, that'd take a lot of patience for LeBron going from Miami to Cleveland, getting his teammates and the organization overall to that next level.
The definition of a leader, LeBron James. He'll do it with praise or criticism, not shy about challenging others and lighting a fire under them.
And while we have a chance, let's take a look at the best free throw shooters in the league from last season. Isaiah Thomas is second.
He was locked and loaded from the free throw line all season. Never suffered through any real lulls in that department.
On defense, the Cavaliers. Poked away. James kicks to Thompson. And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. And here's Dragic. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Pass to Whiteside. There's a good screen. Down low. And it's slammed in by Whiteside.
And he's just always an easy target on the alley-oop. With Whiteside's size and wingspan, it's just a matter of putting the ball up there where only he can go get it.
In the mid-range, rarely the hallmark of efficiency in today's NBA, but it is on point tonight.
Here's James. Here's Thompson. That shot misses. Good work defensively by Whiteside. The Heat trail by 10. There's the feed to Winslow. Out left to the wing. And it's Whiteside off the drive. Again, the Heat good for 2.
Yeah, one of the few bright spots for his team. I mean, he's had a very efficient offensive performance.
Overall, it hasn't been pretty for his team, but he has shot the ball well.
On the wing, Winslow. James covering. Johnson a wide open look. And again, Miami with the triple. Cleveland leading by 5. Inside, Thompson. And Thompson throws it down.
And this is where Thompson likes to get his touches, right at the basket.
Miami's gotten it going from downtown in the second quarter. They're 3 of 3 on three-pointers. And Tristan Thompson gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. Richardson, he's checked in for Johnson. And Crowder comes up to help. Here's Whiteside, and the jam by Whiteside.
Yeah, a nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. And here's James outside. It's hauled in by Richardson.
He hit 1 3 in the first, but the well has been totally dry for him in the second.
Now it appears an injury out on the floor, and that does not look like any fun.
Well, I mean, you really feel for him. I mean, and the entire team. Just, you got to hope for the best.
I just hate seeing this, but no need to jump the gun. Let's see what it turns out to be.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Korver's checked in, and Cleveland with a change here too. Love's checked in for Crowder.
And probably the one constant of this Miami team the last few years has been their defense. They do a great job of making life difficult for opposing shooters, and it's been anchored by one of the best shot blockers in the game with Whiteside.
Love, no luck, and here's Miami. They're on a 14-6 run. Got a piece of it. And here we go. Love heading to the hoop, and Love throws it down.
And credit the big fella, Kevin Love, getting up and down.
The Heat trail by 4. Outside Dragic, and it's Kevin Love with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And some changes here for the Heat. Kelly Olynyk's checked in for Whiteside. Okaro White comes in for Rodney Magruder. And it's Tyler Johnson in for Goran Dragic. Iman Shumpert is checked in for the Cavaliers. Rose comes in for Thomas. Good!
That's a shot he shouldn't be afraid to take more often.
Here's Rose, and the dunk by Rose.
That's what you love about him. Once he drives the basketball, he has the ability to finish with the dunk.
1:46 left in the second quarter. Johnson dishes to Winslow. Olynyk, a screen on Thompson. Stolen by Thompson. Fast break, here they come. Korver gets a wide open look. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. And now a 6-point Cleveland lead. Miami's going to sublime 4 of 4 from three-point range since we've gotten in here in the second quarter. Right a screen, up off the screen, and it's Richardson slamming it down.
And it was the screen there, guys, that freed him up as he ran his man into it.
And then it was all acceleration, GA, to the bucket right after that.
That was just a textbook pick that allowed him room, and he took advantage of it.
Dion Waiters checked in for the Heat. The Cavaliers have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And as a group, they shot 75% from the line last season.
Johnson outside. Waiters for 3. And again, Miami with the triple.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
And it's Thompson with the jam.
Great court awareness by Derrick Rose, reading every inch of the floor so well.
There's 48 seconds left now here in the second. And Waiters kicks to Johnson. Johnson sets the screen for Richardson. Outside, White. Tipped away. 6 to shoot. Expanding his range. Drops in the tray. White's got 7. The Cavaliers leading by 3. Love kicks to Shumpert. Look at that jam.
Nice.
I mean, just beautiful.
I totally agree. The big-time vertical Shumpert. This is him just having fun.
They've shared the load offensively.
And guys, they put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react, and that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively.
Offensive rebound, Korver. Nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket. Korver's got 6 points in the quarter.
Oh, easy putback. No one got a body on it.
And there's one thing you're trying to minimize. It's second chance opportunities. Poor defensive rebounding for them.
And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the Cleveland Cavaliers. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Coach, what have you liked about your team's performance so far?
I like our physicality. I thought we came out, started the game physical. That set the tone for us early.
Well, we'll see if they can keep it up, T-Lou. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And welcome to halftime. Hey, what a fantastic time of the year. NBA season getting underway. Hey,
I'm excited. I am really excited. I am really excited, Ernie.
LeBron James putting in some incredible work. He ended up with 19 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 steals. Tonight isn't an exception as looking back at his last few games, he's been stringing together some incredible performances. What'd you think, Shaq, about Cleveland?
The speed they're playing with has been fantastic. They're pushing the ball in transition and catching the defense. That's snapping, Ernie. Anyway, a huge chunk of their offense has come on the break. They've got a nice lead, but they shouldn't slow anything down. I say keep doing what you do.
Kenny, what'd you think about Miami?
I think they're giving this game away because of their turnovers. I mean, you may not control everything that happens out there, but you do control how much you value each possession. I think coming out of the break, they need to be more efficient to close the gap in the score.
So that'll do it for now as we send you courtside with Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K crew for the start of the second half.
Welcome back. American Airlines Arena visible on the far right of your screen in that overhead shot of downtown Miami. All right, the second half beginning in just a moment. What can you say? LeBron James, what an impressive effort today.
And through the first 2 quarters, he was extremely aggressive, picked up a number of steals.
He did a nice job reading their plays as they were developing. His anticipation was off the charts.
Steve, you were such a great shooter over the course of your terrific career. Is that something that just came naturally to you? Was it learning the right technique early on, or was it just repetition?
You know, Kevin, started off in high school. I was a big George Gervin fan, so I had my elbows out trying to shoot like him. Got to Michigan State, and Judd Heathcote had his little ruler making my elbow get in, and he had this thing called ready shoot. I did that over and over and over. So I would say naturally I was pretty good, but it was repetition and a guy like Judd Heathcote making me a good shooter into a better shooter. And then plus, I played with Tim Duncan and David Robinson one year. You're talking about wide open looks. I led the league in three-point shooting because of those guys.
And so in the game for the Cavaliers, inside we got the tenacious Love and Thompson. Thomas and Smith teaming up in the backcourt. And it's Shumpert in at the small forward position. Dragic with it. Now Thomas defending. Back to Dragic. He dishes it to Whiteside. And the jam by Whiteside.
Consistency all game long. He's going to continue, I think, to have to take it over to get them back in the game.
Shumpert passes to Smith. Shoots over Winslow. Smith with the basket on the assist by Shumpert. Smith's got 6.
And this is where JR can put it on you. Excellent in the catch and shoot.
Doubled by Smith. Out of bounds. Cleveland takes possession. We take a second here to take a look at the shot chart for the Heat.
Right now, after looking at that chart, you pretty much can just jog down the court. He gets it in the paint. That just time and time again, he's worked his way in close and made a shot over a defender or found another way to convert. Just great stuff coming from him thus far.
And it's Thompson again missing. The Heat trail by 7. Waiters outside. And Tristan Thompson gets the whistle that time. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And the Cavaliers making a change here. Crowder's checked in. Dragic kicks to Winslow. Johnson with a screen on Crowder. Whiteside, good.
He turned on the Jets. As soon as he got that screen, it went right to the hole. Great decision making there.
Lets it go from the wing, and the shot's good from Crowder. 8 points for him. 2 minutes gone in this 3rd quarter now. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Guys, Tristan Thompson has one of the longest consecutive games played streaks in NBA history. He said, "The mind's a powerful thing, and if you tell your brain everything is all right, you'd be surprised on the stuff you can achieve. We have the mental toughness to push through our limits. That's how you become great and test yourself as a player." Kevin?
Well, David, Thompson's certainly a mentally strong player. Always nice to have someone you can rely on night in and night out. Cleveland leading by 9. Smith outside. From deep three-point range, from beyond the arc, and then some.
You like the aggressiveness, pushing all the right buttons. He has this team rolling.
And the Heat call time here. And you look back for J.R. Smith, Steve, over the years, some questionable choices. His reputation took a hit, but do you feel he's turned over a new chapter in his life?
Yeah, I do. I mean, spending time with LeBron James has definitely had him matured. Everybody looked at him as a prankster, not just on the court, but off the court. He's doing a better job. I'm happy to see him maturing.
Yeah, the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they got to talk about.
For the most part, their perimeter D is holding up, but they might have to sacrifice some of that to close down the lane.
So a moment now to see the story on Goran Dragic. Good season for him last year. Last season, he averaged 20 points a game, 5 assists and 4 rebounds. Solid numbers, the kind of production we expect. And frankly, I think he's got another level to take it to.
I totally agree. He has the IQ and the ability to take it up another level anytime he wants.
Took him no time at all on that one. And 12 points for Love.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Dragic kicks to Winslow. They double him with Love. Johnson attacking. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Johnson's got 5 points so far.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
In transition, here comes Miami. Waiters leading the charge.
And there's that transition offense. Push the ball up the floor. The defense can't get set, and you can get some easy baskets here.
And that replay presented by Under Armour, showing us the fantastic steal that led to that fast break finish. Another Unleash Chaos moment. Smith for 3. That's in there. Thomas with the assist. He's got 12 in the 3rd quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. And Thomas over to help. Waiters for 3. And it's Waiters again missing.
Not in rhythm. He had the 2 triples in the first half, none so far in the second. Beasting on defense. First he closes out hard on the shooter, then he attacks the glass. Filthy.
And it's Waiters again missing.
His lack of consistency with his shot tonight, it's held him back.
Here's Smith. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Smith's got 10 points in the quarter.
He's been making plays all quarter on a terrific hot streak, helping to build out this lead.
Raiders on the wing. Launches a three. Yes, it is. Scored that as a bucket. Number 5 on a 5 for 11 night.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there might be more in store.
It's good. The Heat trail by 14. To the inside. Stolen by Thompson. Down low. That's good for Thomas on the assist by Love. Love's got 3 assists now in this one. Miami's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Now here's Dragic. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change over Smith. And there's another one for the Heat. Cleveland leading by 14.
Well, last season, LeBron very outspoken, saying the Cavs were too top-heavy. The Irving trade has brought them some much-needed depth.
Timeout called the Heat.
And you talk about the depth for the Cavs. Crucial when facing a team like the Golden State Warriors. If everything comes together, I think there's a chance their trade with Boston might give them a better shot at winning it all.
Well, Steve, it's something that everyone has a different opinion on. How do you feel about the current amount of years a player has to play in college before they enter the NBA draft?
Well, Kevin, I look at it this way: is I like the notion that people have been throwing around that you're able to come out of high school and go to the NBA. But if you choose to go to college, you must play 2 years. So I'm leaning toward and researching and looking at that. I think I'm on board with that because there are some guys should have the opportunity straight out of high school, and there are some guys I think need college. So I think if they can balance that out, and I think that's the way I would be leaning.
I like that perspective. And the Heat going with the whole new group on the floor. A big group substitution here for Cleveland. Channing Frye's checked in for Thompson. Jefferson comes in for Kevin Love. Kyle Korver, he's checked in for Jay Crowder. And it's Green in for Isaiah Thomas.
The length and athleticism of Frye showing up inside.
And Channing Frye gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Johnson with it. It's stolen by Smith.
That's going to drive your coach crazy. Protect the basketball. He lost focus for 1 second. There goes the possession.
And every offensive board is an extra possession. If you're trying to compete from this far down, you cannot allow that.
You know, I wonder, where's the passion? You can't afford a no-show here on the defensive glass.
Kicks it out to Johnson. Olynyk, a screen on Green. Clock at 6. Adebayo passes to Olynyk. That one off the back iron and out. The Cavaliers leading by 18. And stolen by White. To the middle. Here's Ellington. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that.
You get a chance to see the elite court vision there. Excellent pass.
From deep, Green. Goes back up. Frye, good. Frye's got his second bucket of the night.
It's fine to extend your defense to try and create turnovers, but guys have to help each other.
That's been a problem for them all game. Teamwork is something you just can't turn on and off.
And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on Kyle Korver. The Heat have shot 4 of 7 as a team from the line tonight, several misses earlier. And there's so much more to the game than explosive athleticism. We see that. We're wowed by it. But, you know, Steve, there are those players who win with guile and being smart and crafty. Any names come to mind when you think about that aspect?
Yeah, the Memphis Grizzlies, their entire team, Kevin. When you look at Marc Gasol, Mike Conley, but some other names, Draymond Green, those guys, they won't wow you with their athleticism, but they have such a high basketball IQ. Chris Paul, those guys, they just know how to play. Harrison Barnes is another.
In the corner, it's Ellington. It's good from long range.
Timeout.
Ellington's got 5 points now this quarter.
This is what these perimeter plays are designed to produce. Quality looks for spot-on shooters.
So timeout called here, the first for Cleveland. And the Heat making a change here. Richardson's checked in. Then for the Cavaliers, Kevin Love's checked in for Fry. Jay Crowder comes in for Jefferson. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Green. The Cavaliers leading by 15. That's a 2 from Smith. And another miss by Cleveland.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Oh, and here comes Smith, all alone.
And aggressive at the rack. JR showing no mercy.
And it's the Heat with the ball. Tipped away. It's stolen by Smith. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Smith's got 20 points.
Really smoking the Nets now after a difficult time shooting in the first half.
Pass to Ellington. Good ball movement here by the Heat. White down low. He's against Smith. White, good. White's got 9.
Attacking on the interior, I like that attitude.
That one falls. And the Cavaliers lead by 19.
It's really been a tale of two halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been the man.
Poked away. And it goes out of bounds. That one is off Smith. Rodney McGruder's checked in for Johnson. So it's Miami now. Kicks it to Richardson. Pass to Magruder. 6 on the shot clock. Again, the Heat good for 2. We've got 13 seconds left to play here in the third. Here's Smith. Again, the Cavaliers score.
A guy who would rather spot up. JR is showing us he can pull up off the dribble.
Lets the 3 fly. Hits the 3-point bomb. Magruder's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And you have to like the location of this pass. Gives it to him where he can do something with it.
And so it's Cleveland in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. Their transition game has been in full effect. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
Living like Allen.
Let's listen in on what Eric Spoelstra had to say to his team.
The difference in the game right now is those turnovers that led to fast breaks. Let's just get simple shots, simple plays, okay? Don't need home runs right now.
Eric Spoelstra moments ago wants his guys to focus on making the right play, not the highlight play.
Yeah, style points don't show up on the scoreboard. That's why they never show up in a coach's game plan.
Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. We've got Josh Richardson. White is out there with Olynyk. Then there's Wayne Ellington. And it's Magruder in at the 3 spot. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Here's White. Fouled in the act of shooting. A 3-point play chance coming up.
You can see there the defender allows himself to get picked.
You know, it's all about effort. Sometimes you're going to get hit on hard screens. You just have to fight through them. You know, Tyronn Lue, a 2-time champion as a player with the Lakers, that understanding of what it takes to win it all has laid the foundation for his coaching career.
Richardson, no luck. Cleveland leading by 13. Here's Smith. That's in there. Love with the assist. Love's got 4 assists in the game.
Impressive, really, from that short 17 area. They are not missing many.
Ellington dishes to White, and Crowder comes up to help. Feeds to Richardson. The Heat keep it going, a new 24-second shot clock, and it's good, 2 points.
Yeah, and the presence of Whiteside in the paint, really unreal. He is a dominant figure down low. Great work to grab that second chance opportunity.
Heat have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Richardson kicks to Magruder. The pass to Ellington. Rose with the double team. Dishes it to Richardson. Connects from three-point range.
Not letting his team down. He's been very strong. He just needs a little help from his teammates.
And the Cavaliers call time here. Well, with Whiteside, no matter what he is doing, he is always setting the tone. The way he goes about defending the rim, it's like he's taking it personally that these guys are not going to score on him.
And you know what? He's a tone setter defensively. He gives his group confidence when he's on the floor. And, teams are starting to realize you simply do not go at Whiteside. The block numbers might be down, but his defensive impact is as high as ever.
And a new group in for the Heat. James Johnson's checked in for White. Winslow comes in for Rodney Magruder. Dion Waiters checked in for Josh Richardson. And it's Dragic in for Wayne Ellington. And then for Cleveland, Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Smith. And Thomas subbed in for Kyle Korver. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, over the break, I was able to listen to Tyronn Lue's huddle. He still wants them to be aggressive and assertive on offense. He said, I don't want us to get content with this lead. Build on it. Don't give them any chance of getting back in this thing. Kevin?
He has really made an impact from beyond today. That's another triple.
Just think where they'd be without all the work he's done from the three-point line today.
Yep, it counts. And that's now 7 points for Justice Winslow.
And when they desperately needed to get things turned around, they were able to rally and get back into it.
This was all sparked by their defense. They got some stops, and they did it in a hurry.
Stolen by Thompson. Here's Crowder. Throws down the breakaway jam.
The long arm of Thompson snatches the ball, kickstarts the fast break.
That's tipped. Raiders against Rose. And Crowder comes up to help. Here's Whiteside. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And the foul called on the Cleveland Cavaliers.
And normally when you look at a guy like Whiteside with the field goal percentage and all, you'd think it's all about dunks. But I tell you what, he's improved his entire repertoire of scoring options near the rim. And now he's even showing that he can step out and knock down that little face-up 15-footer.
Raiders with the ball. And Rose picks him up defensively. Count it, and the Cavalier lead has been cut to just 5 points on the basket from Dion Waiters.
And he's just living out beyond the arc right now. What a weapon to have on the floor.
This is when they need it the most, so they're so close to evening this game up.
The Heat have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the fourth so far. It's been a great start to this final quarter for them. Whiteside, earlier in his career, didn't have as many options to score, but Greg, he's been very conscious of keeping that improvement of his game, and especially on the offensive end.
And Whiteside has been self-motivated since he's come back to the NBA. He's got the great lift. He gets the hooks. He's got that baby hook up over the defenders, the soft shooting touch, and he just continues to improve offensively, all the while still being a force on the defensive side of the floor.
Well, Greg, Justice Winslow had a year that he'd like to forget. His second season in the NBA, only played in the 18 games before sitting out the rest of the way after a torn labrum.
And we're just happy to see the young man back out on the floor so that he can continue to develop. Always a fantastic defender. And you forget, still a very young player who can round into a contributor, I believe, on offense.
The 15-footer, basket counts. Winslow's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And defensively, neither side able to get many stops.
Well, this is when you need them, late in the game. It's not all about scoring.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
And Smitty, Kevin Love has weathered a surprising amount of criticism over the years. In Minnesota, he put up big numbers, but they said he wasn't a winner. Then he goes to Cleveland, and they say, what's happened to those big numbers?
You're right. It's a catch-22. Really not fair. Last season, I think he answered all those questions. He did it all, a 20-10 contributor on an elite team.
Well, the pace, the big plays they're making, this is a statement run right here.
Hard to remember the last time they've missed. These guys are having fun right now.
Timeout called the Heat.
And as of late, they have not looked good at all. Actually, they've been dominated.
And the worst part, they're starting to get down on themselves. Really need that one big play to spark some life back into them.
Steve, we've seen some big names retire from the NBA in the last few seasons. I mean, guys that we all admired for so many years. Talk about walking away from the game and not having that a part of your everyday life and what that's like for a player.
Kevin, I think, and especially talking individually, it's the hardest thing. So whenever you started, you've been playing this game 15, 20, and some of these guys 25 years. To be able to say you're not playing this game and to go to the next step is definitely hard because you've had this routine. What I love now is guys have done a fantastic job of keeping their bodies in shape. They're able to play 20, 21 years, and one day we're going to see a guy playing 25 years. I think it's fantastic.
What I think about Steve is as long as they can remember, all they've played is basketball. And then one day it just kind of ends. I mean, that's got to be such a difficult thing to go through.
It's hard, and I like now a lot of these players now are thinking about that day, and they're better prepared to be able to walk away and walk right into something else. And even if it's being a dad, I like what guys are doing right now.
They double him with Love. Whiteside kicks to Johnson. He feeds it to Winslow. Waiters passes to Dragic. 6 to shoot. Back to Waiters to end the run. That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic. And it's now 22 points for Dion Waiters. Thompson and the Cavaliers getting another bucket right there.
If Thompson's able to develop a mid-range game, watch out.
The Heat trail by 13. Stolen by Thompson. He kicks it to Rose. That shot is good. He has made 8 while missing only 4. That's 67% shooting.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
And Thomas over to help. Here's Waiters. That's down the hatch. Notch one more to his total. That's 9 for 15 shooting.
I'll tell you, he is scorching the Nets this quarter. Maybe that'll help wake up some of his teammates.
And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession. J.R. Smith's checked in for Cleveland. Miami's gone to three-point range for 12 of their points in the final quarter on 4 of 5 shooting. Poked loose. Here's Thompson, and Thompson throws it down.
A new wrinkle to Thompson's game, being able to face up and attack off the bounce.
Now Dragic. The dish to Whiteside. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Johnson kicks to Whiteside. Pass to Winslow. And it's Whiteside. That time on the assist by Winslow. 30 points for Hassan Whiteside.
Feeling it. No doubt about it. He's definitely feeling it right now. Shooting a terrific percentage from the field.
The Heat trail by 15. Here's Waiters. Rose with the double team. There's Winslow. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the knee.
That's good from Winslow.
And probably the prime memories with the Heat have to be from the Big Three era. I mean, the team has done a great job of transitioning from that era to this current one, but classic example for me of reloading versus rebuilding.
Thomas gone 67% from the field, 4 of 6. Waiters dishes to Dragic. On the money from 12 feet away.
And that's got to happen if they want to have a chance to turn this thing around. I mean, he needs to just take the game over. I mean, it seems like he's been hesitant to pull the trigger.
And Greg, credit the Miami Heat front office and coaching staff for continuing to keep this team competitive despite losing several Hall of Fame type players in the last couple of years.
And that is never an easy task for a franchise to go through. But the Heat have stayed in the competitive picture with smart signings and trades, and don't discount the impact Eric Spoelstra has had on that roster.
It's stolen by Rose. Here's Thompson, and it's Thompson with the jam.
Full speed ahead. I mean, they have been in control since the opening tip, and that may have sealed the deal.
Yes, and you're watching. Even this late in the game, they're still making plays. You got to love watching it.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority, very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for Cleveland.
What an effort in the transition game we've seen tonight from these guys. Really pushed the ball, and I think in doing so created a lot of pressure on the defense.
Definitely had a huge edge, and this is their DNA. When they run the ball and dictate the flow of the offense like we've seen here, these are the kinds of games they can have.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Tristan Thompson.
Active hands tonight. He may have gambled a bit, but sometimes you have to take chances to make plays, and he did that tonight.
And it's Whiteside with the rebound. The Heat trail by 13. There's the pick, doubled by Smith. Lets it fly from 18. He doesn't hit that one. Cavaliers go the other way with it. Crowder kicks to Green over Waiters, and they cash in right away with the quick shot.
And in as hostile an environment as you're going to see, they found ways to step up time and time again.
You know, playing away from home, it's easy to get out of sync. Instead, they focused and dominated.
Here's Crowder, and he jams it in.
And just staying aggressive, continuing to extend that lead.
They left nothing to chance. This is how you close out.
Waiters for 3, knocks down the 3 ball.
And you can see where they're attacking here in the fourth, strictly from the perimeter.
You know, plenty of teams, they try this strategy. Works when you're hot, but works against you when you're not.
To the paint, stolen by Thompson. Here's Green. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. And the Cavaliers lead by 16.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jeff Green. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
And Dragic came into the NBA with something on his resume that not many other rookies have. He has a ring from winning the Slovenian Pro League the year before he came to America.
Here's Shumpert. Buries it from 3-point range. So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, guys. Kevin, what was working so well for you tonight?
I think we had a concerted effort on both ends. I thought tonight on the defensive end we really did a good job of stepping up and taking away their very good options that they have there. So they're a really well-coached team, but we had a great game plan tonight going against them on our home floor.
You really did get it done, Kevin. Thank you for your time. Back to you guys.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long, everyone.